I have my son, he's my oldest who goes here, oldest son, he's 4. They do it all. That's the cool thing. They work the language with them, they show them like smudging, the whole shebang, the drumming, they're amazing. And then they, like how to interact with each other, how to share, like school stuff like that. I forgot to mention that my daughter went here too. So she's graduated and moved on. Her name was Azalis. The language was a lot that my daughter took with her, so she had carried that on, and she's actually doing language now by one of the teachers who used to work here. She's teaching her every Wednesday. She comes over and teaches her language. So she's brought that with her from like here and then on, and then we still talk with her like that at home. My boys as well, they listen to, like if we tell them like a bin, like sit down, they'll sit down. We don't have to say like sit down. They know what we're saying. Or zaken, like stand up, and then they'll stand up. Like, little stuff like that. Or bolde, like just a second, and then they'll wait. Like they know, because they tell them here too. So they hear it constantly. They pick it up, and then they know. So it comes back home with them. I love the fact that Candy and them, Shania, and then any of the other teachers that were here before, they do dances and stuff with them. So we see that at home too, like they get right into the dancing, and then they'll come home and they'll be dancing too and showing us the moves, and it's so cute. And then especially at their graduations, like they do this great big like thing with them where they have a show and then they do dancing with them, and it's the cutest thing ever because they're all up there dancing. Sometimes they're not, and they're just like, I ain't doing this in front of y'all. But it's cute. And what else do they do? They're really good at when they eat their snack. Like I've come in and I've sat in here before, but even at home now, like when they're done their snack here, they have to put their stuff in the garbage once they're done, and then they put their plates away onto the tray. When we're at home and we're done our supper, automatically my sons, they go to the garbage to try and scrape off whatever food they have, and then they put their plate onto the, what do you call them, counters. Yeah, so they do that. Something else. They got smudging down packed. That's second nature to them. Sweetgrass, anything like that. Teachers who have the knowledge of it, that's a big one. Like you can have some people who say they know the culture but don't really. Like there's some who are learning and maybe like a couple years in, but then you have some that have been around it forever and they just know it like bam. That's definitely an important thing. The right teachings, they take everything home from that, and then it's going to make them who they are in the future. It molds them into the person that they'll be, like to help them know who they are as well as a person. The parents learn a lot. Like it's crazy. The kids are learning a lot too, but we learn with them. And then when they come home and they're teaching the language, like sometimes they're teaching the language to us. They'll be saying things to me that I don't even know. And I'm like, wait, what? What's that one? And I'm like, yes. And you get so happy, like, yeah. So the kids come and teach us too. So the parents are learning as well too. And then what's awesome is the kids, like they, like when they do smudging here with them, there was a parent from here saying that when they were eating their craft dinner, she was sitting down at the table, and because the steam was coming up from it, the little girl started smudging with the craft dinner steam, thinking it was, right? So they come home, like learned, like they know it, and they want more of it, like they're thirsty for it, they want it. And then it makes you, as the parent, like, well, geez, I should keep doing it. So then they push you, as the parent, to start practicing the traditions more in your household and not just here at school. So it goes out to the parents, and then it just goes to the kids, and then it keeps going, and it's yay. Like, staying alive, which is awesome. Like when we have the pack meetings downstairs, all the families come together of the children who are at Under One Sky, and then we discuss what's going on, what needs to be done, any future events that are coming up. If anybody else has anything that's going on, like they can bring it up there too. And then I like it when they choose, like for example, downstairs when we do a pack meeting night. And that's how I started off, was I got asked to be the chair for the parents for here at Under One Sky. And then I forget who else was then there was a co-chair. So having like simple roles like that for the parents, it really boosts their confidence. Like, and it makes them feel really involved, and gets them more wanting to be a part of what's going on type of thing. And then you have to come to like the meetings and stuff. And then somehow, like now, you know, after years being on the, being a chair for the parents, now I'm the president of the board. So just for that to happen, it's like, whoa, like it's kind of surreal, and you're like, wow. And if it wasn't for Under One Sky, like I've learned so much. So have the other parents. We all come together when it's needed. We help each other out when it's needed. We literally, like I tell these people all the time that work here, and the parents who are out for the other kids, this is my second home. This is my second family. Like I know I can come to them if I'm in trouble or if I need help or anything like that. Like I know. And I know my kids are safe here with them, just like the other parents. They know their kids are safe. Same when like picking them up on the bus and stuff. They're safe because we know like they're an amazing group here. It's just family, very family oriented. Very, very, very family oriented. And so friendly, so kind, loving, like humble at the same time, and they're always willing to teach any of the parents of anything if they want to learn, or if they see something that they want to do, like they help out any way they can. And they've done that with me, they've done that with my husband, they've given us awesome stepping stones, I've grown so much. If you would have met me when I first came here at Under One Sky, and compared to now, when I first came here, I was like you know, hey, what's up? You know, shy and whatnot. But like now, you know, hey, let's do this. What are we doing? What's going on? Type of thing. Like very more open and not so closed in. Like they help me to find that inside me to, you know what I mean? To finally let go and just like, okay, cool, let's do this. Like I can actually do this, to give me that confidence and that boost. It's part of them. It's keeping them alive. It's keeping the culture alive. It's keeping the traditions alive. So without any of this happening now, there's nobody else to carry it on. That's what the kids are for. They're our future. If we don't have them and if we don't teach them, it's not going to be around. It's going to die, and then what is there? If it was in all schools, like I hate the fact that my daughter came here and then she goes out to, you know, I don't know how to say it, non-native school? Public school? Okay. She goes out to a public school, nothing. Like, yeah, there's French, but my daughter's not French. She's, you know, Maliseet, she's half full, some Micmac too. But there's nothing out there, so a lot of this stuff, she used to be able to say the prayer before lunch that they do here. And she would come home and she'd be like, wait, we got to do the prayer first. So I'd be like, okay, so we'd sit there and we wouldn't touch food, and then she would say the whole prayer, like beautifully. It was wonderful. And then now, because like she was out, and then she was out of, you know, the program for a while because she had to go to public school, she had lost it. But like I said, she's getting taught again how to go over that. But that's my biggest thing, is that if it can be in all schools, have that, like for all ages. And you go to Leo Hayes, yeah, they do offer it there, but there was one that I heard where there was a student there, she's in high school, and because she was already taking French, she wasn't allowed to take Maliseet as well, even though that was her culture. And because she's in French immersion, she wasn't allowed to take that. So it's like, what? Like, you're denying our own people to learn our own language, to to make them learn the French language. No offense against French, I'm not like dissing French or anything, but it should be a choice of what they want to do.